Hello, my name is Joseph Newcomb, and I'm going to go over this global warming. Is it fact or is it fiction? In my audience, I have my daughter, Lexi, my wife, Annette, and my brother, Michael. So over the course of the next few minutes, we're going to talk about global warming. Some believe that it is fact, some believe that it is fiction. There's actually evidence to back up both of these claims. However, we cannot go over every single one of these claims in the short amount of time. So we're only going to go over a few. First, we have about the scientists that do not buy into it and the some that do. Both sides claim they have scientific claims to back up there. However, there's really no guarantee that you can ever prove this. The reason you can't guarantee the reason that you cannot prove this is because some of these claims go back thousands, millions of years. You measure one part of the ocean and then waves come and storms come, high tide, low tide. There's a million different factors that play into that. So some of these measurements are not really accurate, and there's scientific evidence to back that up also. Central idea of this speech is to see if global warming is as serious of a threat as the Al Gore types want us to believe. Use a certain type of light bulb, drive a certain type of car. Will those things help? I'm sure they will. There's evidence to back some of it up, but then there's the same side, on the opposite side, people saying they got evidence that it doesn't work. So we're kind of, as the general public, we're stuck in the middle. Is the Earth getting hotter? Yes, it is. There's been recorded measured difference in temperature over the course of many, many years. The majority of the respected scientific community is all in agreeing about the changing temperatures around the globe. That's a fact. We all know that. But can it really be blamed on one or two things? You can't really say that either. So we're going to move on to the rising oceans. There's been several claims over the course of many years of rising waters due directly from global warming. The sea level has always been difficult to measure, as we talked about earlier. The fluctuations in the tide and storms and where the moon's at, and all of this plays into it in some way or form or another. Again, there's way too many factors that can be used to help your case or hurt your case, depending on how you look at the information. The more I researched about this topic, I've noticed that the scientific community is completely divided on global warming. It's almost half of everyone. Same universities are split and divided all the way up to the top level. Some people say, yes, this is a direct result of global warming, and then someone else, just as respected constituent of the same person, says, no, this is completely inaccurate. So, what are we to believe? Yeah, there's really no way to tell, because there's evidence that backs both claims. As for the record snowfall that in the last 5 to 8 years, which has seemed to be a big deal, it was all over the internet, all over the news. It was supposed to be the hottest year in 2014 in recorded history. Definitely wasn't. It was record snowfall that year in many places across the globe, unexplained places, and not just typical places that usually get a lot of snow. Places that usually don't get any snow at all got covered in snow, blizzard type snow. Warmer temperature, everybody knows that warmer temperatures cause evaporation, causes more precipitation. However, it can't store precipitation that long. You're talking storing it for days and weeks and sometimes even months. It can't be done. So, in the event that a sudden drop in temperature happens, what would cause that sudden temperature? That would throw a kink in the weather system, throw a whole thing's out of alignment, but something would have to cause that to happen. So, the only thing that we know for sure is that the Earth is changing. It always has. It's always going to. There's been ice ages and times where it's been real hot. Something hit, the dinosaurs are gone. There used to be active volcanoes all over the place, and now there's hardly any. So, the Earth changes. It's going to change. Some things are just going to happen. So, some things we cause. But it's hard to believe that some humans over the course of a few thousand years would cause this kind of damage at this type of level, that the political figures are trying to make us believe that we're the root cause of this problem, when it's not just us. There's other factors involved in it. Thank you. Have a good night.